Good day, everyone. I am Irene Almeniana, and welcome to our second semester midterm lesson. We are now in week 6. We will be talking about implementing a health education plan. First, conduct a health education class. Basically, health education helps people to make wise choices about their health and the quality of life of their community. To do this, accurate information must be presented in an understandable way using different methods. We have here number 1, individual educational method or counseling. It is a person-to-person communication in which one person is helped by another to increase in understanding, ability, and confidence to find solution to own problems. Is one of the approaches most frequently used in health education to help individuals and family. We have here number 1, home visit. Advantages. First, secure and happy. When people are in their home, they usually feel happier and more secure. You may find that people are more willing to talk in their own homes than when they are at the clinic. Second, observation how environment affect a person's behavior. It also gives an opportunity to see how the environment and the family situation might affect a person's behavior, thus making observation and any necessary suggestion for change right there. Third, prevent of spreading diseases. Encourage the prevention of common diseases. Number 4, checking the progress of a sick people. Enhance checking on the progress of a sick person or on progress towards solving other problems. Lastly, 5th, educate the family about person's sickness. Motivate family in how to help a sick person and which participation is needed. Second, group educational methods. Working with group is a major activity in health education. It is needless to mention that much of the problem solving in the community has to be done by group work and cannot be attempted at individual level alone. When people get together to identify, define, and solve a problem, they have many more resources than when they work individually. Example of groups often found in community. A family, a health committee, people working at the same factory, business, or agency, a class of school children, a farmers cooperative, a youth club, people attending a religious ceremony together, some friends getting together to relax, a gathering of patients at clinic, or people riding together on bus. We have here steps on planning a health education program. We have here first, collection of baseline data and information. Second, identification of health problems and health education needs. Third, establishment of goal and objectives. Fourth, define the content. Fifth, identify the target group. 6. Decide appropriate method and media. 7. Develop a detailed plan of action. And 8. Determine the time and technique for evaluation. Implement health education or promotion plan. First, collect baseline data. Second, apply theories and or models of implementation. Third, assess readiness for implementation. Fourth, apply principles of diversity and cultural competence in implementing health education or promotion plan. Fifth, implement marketing plan. And sixth, deliver health education or promotion as designed. Traditional teaching strategies. First, lecture is an oral presentation intended to present information or teach people about particular subject. It is also an old-fashioned instructional method of delivering information verbally.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., in a 1968 speech where he reflects upon the civil rights movement, states, "In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." As a teacher, I've internalized this message. every day all around us, we see the consequences of silence manifest themselves in the form of discrimination, violence, genocide, and war. In the classroom, I challenge my students to explore the silences in their own lives through poetry. We work together to fill those spaces, to recognize them, to name them, to understand that they don't have to be sources of shame. In an effort to create a culture within my classroom where students feel safe sharing the intimacies of their own silences, I have 4 core principles posted on the board that sits in the front of my class, which every student signs at the beginning of the year. Read critically, write consciously, speak clearly, tell your truth. I find myself thinking a lot.
Second, discussion. This is sharing of opinion in a particular subject in a form of conversation between student and a teacher.
Insomnia means that you can't sleep. Our participants today are Noon, Mitra, and Alan. Before we start, I want to say that insomnia is important because how we sleep affects our health, our studies, and our relationships. So, let's hear from everyone. We'll start with Noon.
I think stress is one of the major causes of insomnia. Just imagine that you just got out of a fight with your girlfriend or boyfriend. You could be overwhelmed by feelings and emotions. Because of that, it can be hard for you to fall asleep, which leads to insomnia. What do you think?
Third, questioning. It always happened before or after the discussion to know how the student understands the topic or if there's something that is needed to clarify in the teacher.
Okay, and in the text it says this word stigmatized. What do you think that word stigmatized means? And if you'd like, could you tell us what line number that was on, Benaya, when she talks about line 50? So folks, you can go ahead and turn to line 50. Let's see if we can figure out what that word stigmatized means. Because Shirley says her personal role too, right, is that if a woman steps out of order, they're stigmatized as being what? I'm sorry, what did you say, Adrian? Unfeminine, right? Unfeminine. Okay, so Kyle, what do you think that means, stigmatized then?
Labeled.
Labeled. Very good, right? Labeled as stigmatized, right? So,
Fourth, using audio-visuals, also known as electronic media, which considered as one of the effective ways to present the topic. It is easily to understand because of entertaining videos, slide, or film.
Education plays a vital role in shaping tomorrow's leaders. We can become a better nation by acquiring the skills necessary to be productive members of a civilized society. Today, we have made strides in improving our education system. The K-12 program covers 13 years of basic education with the following key stages. Kindergarten, grades 1 to 6 are primary, grades 7 to 10 are junior high school, grades 11 and 12 are senior high school. Let's see Janessa and her peers. All of them graduated from junior high school, and before they go to college, they need to enter senior high school.
Lastly, interactive lectures. This way to engage the students by finding ways for them to interact with content, the instructor, and their classmates.
Hi, my name is Chundim. I'm a lecturer from Nanyang Polytechnic in the School of Engineering. I teach mechanics and physics. I choose active teaching because I think it helps to engage the students in a fun and exciting manner, that they can grasp the topic in a different way that will help them to remember it. There's a physics professor, his name is Walter Lewins, and he engaged the class by doing a number of experiments and demonstrations in a very visual manner that captivates the attention of the entire class. And I was very inspired by that professor. I wanted them to learn not through the normal way of teaching, but to be able to be involved in demonstration experiments done through in the class. Usually I will start off with a question of the theory from the previous lesson. Then after that, I will continue with the lecture for the day by showing them a demonstration or experiment. And after that, after showing them, I'll explain the theory behind and I'll introduce a new theory. I usually have to prepare the experiments beforehand. That means I have to prepare my probes and everything that I need. Go to that location which I'm going to conduct my lesson.
Activity-based teaching strategies. First, we have a cooperative learning. Cooperative learning, also called small group learning, is one of teaching methods that can help students learn academic material and social skills. Understanding more about cooperative learning can help you create a positive social experience in your classroom. Second, simulation. Simulation-based education is the pedagogical approach of providing students with opportunity to practice learned skills in real-life situations. Third, case studies. Case studies is an instructional method, not a theory, that refers to assigned scenarios based on situations which students observe, analyze, record, implement, conclude, summarize, or recommend. Case studies are created and used as a tool for analysis and discussion. Fourth, problem-based learning. Problem-based learning, or PBL, is a student-centered approach in which students learn about a subject by working in group to solve an open-ended problem. This problem is what drives the motivation and the learning. Fifth, self-learning modules. One method of self-education is self-learning module, or SLM. SLMs are designed for independent learning and meeting learning needs. SLM contain learning objective, pre-test and post-test, and uses the directory module, contents, and resources for further study. 6. Critical thinking approach. Critical thinking strategies allow us to objectively evaluate information and make informed decisions based on logic and reasons. The critical thinking process is essential for success in many areas, from business to academia to parenting. Lastly, computer teaching strategies. Computer-managed instruction is an instructional strategy whereby the computer is used to provide learning objectives, learning resources, and assessments of learner performance. Definition of terms. First, we have WWW, or World Wide Web, is a network of information servers around the world that are connected to the internet. It was created to display information. Second, Internet is a huge global network of computers which was established to allow transfer of information from one computer to another. Third, web browser, a special software program that locates and displays web pages like Netscape, Navigator, and Internet Explorer. Lastly, web page is a special type of document used by servers of WWW. That's all for our lesson today about implementing a health education plan. Once again, I am Irene Almaniana. Thank you for listening. I hope all of you learned something in our presentation.